so excited to introduce all of you to our next speaker. Beena Kavalam, MBA, CPCC, is the CEO of Personal Revolution, LLC, an executive coaching, speaking, and consulting company based in New Jersey. She has an MBA from NYU Stern School of Business and her executive coaching certification from Coaches Training Institute. Beena started her career as a management consulting for Accenture and later worked as a brand manager on the Bayer Aspirin and Flintstones Vitamins brands. Today, she coaches and trains more than 300 top millennial professionals and advises leading global corporations on how to recruit and retain these high-value professionals in the new world economy. Please help me welcome to the stage, Beena.
In less than 10 years, 75% of the global workforce will be millennial. The average tenure for a CEO is less than 7 years. And most companies aren't developing their millennial talent. Only 7% of companies right now are looking to develop their millennials for leadership. All of these factors are coming together, and they're building this leadership vacuum. So we know that millennials will be the next crop of senior leaders. Yet, why are we not engaging them? I believe it's because millennials are misunderstood. So today I'm going to talk through three innovative strategies for how you can connect and engage those misunderstood but high-value millennial talent. Number one, collaborative mentoring. So there's this perception that millennials are entitled and that they cut corners. When in actuality, millennials, they just think differently than prior generations. They want to get to the end result. And instead, what happens is that millennials are perceived as cutting corners. But in actuality, they're looking to get to an end result that matters to them. They're focused on the purpose beyond it. So with collaborative mentoring, we need to look at a new leadership paradigm, collaborative mentoring. And in this case, what that means is not just telling them, here's the strategy, but rather, here's why we're going after this strategy. And here's how I got there, how I got to create that strategy, so that they're learning and that they can create this in the future. This is what I call the instant gratification remix. And the idea here is that we know that millennials are all on their phone, and that's the perception. And you know what? You're right. It's true. They're always on their phones. But here's the thing. They know that there's something wrong, that there's something missing, that they're not connecting with individuals and people. But they're also missing out on a bigger thing. They're missing out on building those softer skills, the emotional intelligence, right? Understanding body cues, being able to listen intently. And all of these skills are absolutely necessary for the leadership level. So what can we do about it? Lead by example. Really tell your people, not just tell them through text and coach them through text and email, but rather meet with them in person frequently and let them know why you're doing this, how it's building rapport. Do the walk-arounds so that they understand how important it is to engage in person. Finally, we'll talk about cyclical, train the trainer. Now, what this is, the idea is that there's this perception of millennials as job hoppers. They're out for themselves. They're not really thinking about the collective as a whole. But that's not true. In fact, there's a study that shows that millennials are sticking with their employers longer than Gen Xers did at the same age, the same time frame. And so when you think about it, millennials really want to make a difference. They want to make an impact in their organizations. But the problem is that they're not given the opportunity. So the challenge here is, how do we engage those millennials? I say, take the older millennials, teach them, empower them, train them, and then have them teach the next group. Leverage employee resource groups and have one for millennials specifically. And if your company doesn't have them, get one, create one today. It's so critically important so that you can keep the cycle going of developing your resources in your organization. And so if you are looking to develop your leadership pipeline, your millennial talent in your organizations in the next 60 to 90 days, please reach out to me and connect with me. And connect with me either on LinkedIn or through email. And let me be that guide for you. Let me be that sounding board to help you escape the leadership vacuum. Thank you very much.